I'm going to take a video course to brush up my video skills, but I'm also really good with video.
You know who offers a really great video course is our
Video.
Yeah, they do like adult classes and their online classes and stuff. Their videography class was enough to get me started and the rest of it.
Yeah, I took a few landscaping. We were really shooting landscaping. So I did some landscaping classes there.
That's awesome.
We're gonna get going, so I'll introduce Stephen Smallsalmon. He's one of our Ponderay Culture Committee advisors. He's one of our esteemed leaders. He is one of our keepers of our language, and he also is a movie star. And so he wanted to make sure that I'll let people know that. So if you have any jobs that he could do as an actor, he'd be more than willing to do it. So all joking aside, we'll allow him to say our prayer. And so Stephen Smallsalmon, thank you.
Thank you. We're all gathered here for a purpose. When the sailors come through here across the bridge, some people said there was no bridge that they come across, you know, up to Arlene, Ronan. It's a great honor to have them there too, you know. So anyway, today, where all these white people come from? There's a lot of them here. But anyway, I like to kid around, you know. It's always good to kid around and lift up your hearts, you know. We've had 3 years bad luck, you know. And today, it's a good day, you know. It's always a good day to heal our hearts, you know. Everybody. Tama siya lukas ko sa kutupya. Lukas. What lukas chinchalim puti was ka and kuzelman. Skadi was question. So para siya. Siya so ispoos lukas ipahot. Yeah. So what siya. Ma what say you put the chin in what get people host, what gets to med, what gets off there. You get schools, you get scazzy. Some to me the who use it, so scazzy was somewhere else. Today I just said we're still hanging on to our language, our traditional ways. What our elders used to tell us. Hang on to our, whatever we're doing. Don't let go. Don't ever let go. So today, I was honored to say a prayer. I said it in the Indian for all of us. We had some rough times. We're still having rough times. Not just the Indians, for everybody out there. So today, I hope that we have a good time. We'll have a little dancing and enjoy ourselves. So anyway, it's good to be here. It's good to be with my elders. We don't have too many more elders left. We just got a few. We got a few elders yet. We still got a few elders left. So anyway, just come and celebrate with us, honor us, learn from us Indians. And it's about time, you know. about time to learn from our Indians. Why are we crossing the bridge? Why are we dancing? Why? All this stuff, you know. To love each other, not to fight each other. Because we don't have very much time left with us. So today, meet new friends, shake hands with them. Don't be bashful like me, you know. And just enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the sun. Because tomorrow is supposed to snow. No, just kidding. But that's all I got to say, and thank you, elders.
Thank you, Stephen. We will have Yamasuk do on a flag song, so if you'll remain standing and remove your head coverings, please.
All right, well, thank you all. My name is Shane Morjo, one of the Deputy Executive Officers for the CSKT. Also part of my Senate district here in Missoula, runs right here across Beartracks Bridge, Council Grove State Park, where the Treaty Hellgate also is in my Senate district here in Missoula. First off, I just want to thank everyone for coming out here today. All of our community members, our elders, our elected officials, council members, and CSKT staff and team members, everybody who helped make this event such a success. I also want to say thank you for joining us on Indigenous Peoples Day. And I'm so proud to live in a community where the county commissioners and the city of Missoula have went ahead and recognized Indigenous Peoples Day in our community. So thank you to them. So, you know, this is obviously an important and historic day for all of us, to spend this day with you, to continue to heal together. And, you know, naming this bridge was something that the elders had to meet on numerous times. And when they settled, they came and settled on the name of Beartracks. And it's the Indian name that the Vanderberg family has today, and others who are related. And it's one of the most important names in our tribal history. And so, you know, before we start handing it off to speakers, I do want to introduce our Councilman Martin Charlo, who helped lead the charge on CSKT's end to help put this event together and to coordinate. And I told him I'd introduce him since he forgot to say his name earlier. But he's the tribal secretary for CSKT and has done a marvelous job in helping put this together. So if you could welcome Martin up here.
Good afternoon, thank you for being here today. This has been a huge undertaking by a lot of different people. It's something that's a long time coming. Growing up, I always knew our family's history and knew our connection to this area and the Bitterroot, and it was something that I decided to help and coordinate with the county and the city and a lot of different people to have this done. And it's an honor to stand here in front of the Vanderbergs, who taught so many people cultural values and our language and our traditions. And I just remember growing up, going into Agnes's trailer and all the smells that were there and the sounds, and having her, you know, talk to me in Salish and me not knowing anything she was saying, and looking back on those times of being a kid and being up at Agnes's camp and seeing all of her kids and family and learning from Lucy and Vic and all the people that have moved on, you know, Ines and Joe and all, you know, all the family that aren't here today, but they're looking down on us. And then I think about the people that, you know, came across this from the Bitterroot, and those people around the same age as me and having to be forced out of the Bitterroot, and just the difference of the sadness they felt. But knowing that and growing up, knowing our history is something that we're able to acknowledge but also put behind us. And this event is meant to do that. It's meant to be a celebration. It's meant to be a gathering of our people along with our allies here. And so thank you everyone that's here, Indian or non. We are part of this community, and we are definitely here to make people realize that our significance here. We have camps, sites in this area, and this is around the area that we traversed in about a week. It was October 16th that we were, Charlo's last band was moved out of the Bitterroot, and Beartracks is one of his top advisors. Beartracks is the namesake for the Vanderberg family, and so what an honor for their family. The chiefs usually get the recognition, but the people that they stand on, their shoulders that they stand on, are what's really important. So to do this honoring, I really want to focus on the Vanderbergs and what they've done for us, and make sure that we are doing it the right way. And so Lucy Vanderberg is our first speaker. She was one of the founding members of the Salish Culture Committee. She has been one of the people who has done camas bakes and a lot of the different traditional traditions that we did. She also worked at the People's Center and ran that place and did a lot of the programming, the educational program that thousands of school children used to go up to the People's Center and have those programming. So she taught the culture to not only our people, but also a lot of different non-Indians. And so it's something that I think that she's done a great job. She's probably one of the nicest, kind people that I've known. She's very kind and soft-spoken, and she always helped her mom up at Agnes's camp. She was always there. And so with that, I will introduce her, and please welcome Lucy Vanderberg. Thank you.
Okay. Lemlemch Martin. Hess halha Chapesia. Kutuns halha Yatwa. Hukha Hutchamushan. Hutshuti Samha. Hutkoya. Uruesia. Shuti Samha. Sungaleus. Hupen Yatwa. Thank you. Happy day to everyone. Today is a great day for all of our ancestors, for Shuti Simcha, Beartracks, for me and for all of Shuti Simcha relatives. We're all here today. I am so proud of all of my relatives. My sisters, my niece, my nephews, my cousins. I am really proud of them. I am beyond proud and very humbled for this recognition of one of our courageous leaders, Shuti Simcha. Today brings an immense flood of memories of our ancestors who made that sorrowful trek from their homeland into Bitterroot. I can only imagine the sadness and the uncertainty they felt being forced from their home, moving to a place they knew nothing about. On one hand, they were undoubtedly sad, but on the other hand, anxious to see their relatives, their fellow tribesmen who had already moved over to the Jaco Valley. Some they hadn't seen for a long, long time. So they were looking forward to being reunited with their relatives. Martin Charlo, Slimche O'Case, Cloud the Small Grizzly, succeeded Chief Charlo, Chief Victor. On October 15th, the day of the military removal of the last band of Salish, Shuti Simcha was a sub-chief to Martin Charlo. My father, Jerome Vanderberg, was just a baby when they were moved to the Jocko. When they got to this area, they weren't able to cross the bridge. It had gotten old and fell apart. So they crossed the river on horseback. He used to tell us after, when we grew up, he goes, yeah, I remember that day. And it's like, you were a baby. You don't remember. I am proud to have DNA from very strong, courageous leaders. Born and raised in Arlee, I was very fortunate to be raised in a cultural, traditional way of life. The youngest of 13, my sister Annie and I are the only two living. I cherish my upbringing. And I know in my heart the renaming of this bridge is pleasing to Beartracks and to all the Salish, Ponderay people. Thank you so much. I know whenever I cross the bridge, I will remember Sweetie Simcha, my forefather, with respect and pride. Utled lemlemch, telis buus, kumi kwam kontlu as chalchaltem. May your day be beautiful. Thank you.
And I'm not texting, these are my notes. So. So our next speaker is Frances Vanderberg. She is actually my godmother and someone who I've been able to spend time with, probably not enough as I would love to. And I can hear my daughter telling me to quit saying that. She has been a speaker of our language and hopefully we're good. She's been a speaker of our language and a teacher for as long as I can remember. She taught at the Arlee schools, countless of students. She was one of the people that really encouraged everyone just to speak the language and not worry so much about the spellings and the phonetic alphabet, and just to speak it any way that you could. She has raised a lot of great children who have grown up and been pillars of our community as well. We also are lucky to have her at all of our cultural events. She's a mainstay at the Arlee Pow Wow. She has her spot probably taped up in a blanket there right now for next year, so don't take her spot. She has always been a quiet leader. She is soft-spoken like a lot of the Vanderbergs, but she definitely lets us know when we're doing things wrong or that we need to do better. So with that, I'll introduce Frances Vanderberg. Thank you.
Lemlam special, lemlam chwal, yet question shay. Thank you for all of you for being here and sharing this day. Some of you, this is going to be the only time that you will see some people, because wherever they live, they don't go anywhere, or at least not to the same places. But I was sharing with some earlier. They says back when, I said when I was little, my son says, "Mom, you're still little." Okay, when I was younger, we used to come and camp here up where the university is now. There wasn't as many buildings, and we used to dig bitterroot, and in general, just have fun. And some of the ones that liked to fish would go upriver and catch fish, and then they'd have a fish fry somewhere and camp whoever caught the fish. And so anyway, as I tell some of my classes, but I won't charge you for that memory. Anyway, it's like I said already, it feels good to be here. And some of you that don't know, the Salish people have been in this area for, as one of my students used to say, "You mean forever?" He was just cute. He was one of my little students back when. Now he's a grandpa. You know, time, and that's another thing our elders, parents and whoever would tell us. They said, you look right now, you're thinking, when are we gonna go to the rodeo? When do we get to go fishing? And says, soon. They says, just think, when you get older, your kids are gonna be saying that to you. And so, when one time one of my son's friends, he used to be with my kids a lot, the boys, and one day I saw him, he said, "Holy shit, Francis, that's true." I said, "Shit is holy?" He says, "Oh." And he goes like this, I'm sorry. I said, "That's all right, we carry it around." But anyway, so one of the places that they used to fish, and my grandma and me say, well, sometimes somebody would have their little canoe and float down, and then they'd have somebody, he says, "Come and pick me up when the sun is over there. Come and pick me up so I don't have to row back." But anyway, that's another memory that I have. And one of the other things that I would tell some of my students, somebody, maybe one of you, one of your grandkids, that somebody's going to figure out, they're going to develop the machine, and it's going to be so refined and developed that you're going to set it someplace where you knew there was a event that went on, and you're going to pick up part of that event. And I tell them, when you do, I live out of Arley, come and play for me. Anyway, so again, be good to yourself. And that's hard for some people to do. Be good to your own self. Because in your own thinking, your own mind, you're the only one knows what's the best in your heart, in your mind. And at some point later on, maybe you'll share some of that with somebody that really might need it. And I'm hungry. Lambs for everybody.
All right, well, thank you, Francis. Our next speaker, for CSKT, we call ourselves people of vision. And so we would be remiss if we didn't have someone to speak who represents our future. And Malia Vanderberg is a descendant of grizzly Beartracks. She's the granddaughter of Joseph Vanderberg, currently the youngest speaker of the Beartracks family, has her degree in language, Bachelor's of Science in Native Language Teacher Education, be acquired this spring, and has been working tirelessly as a young person to bring our language back and protect our culture. And so what you're seeing now is a trend, really, right? We have the Vanderberg family who, they've continued through all these generations to continue to give back to our community, our language, and our culture, just like Grizzly Beartracks did, which is why this is such an important day for us. So with that, I would like to bring Malia up here.
Hess and Hessia Malia Vanderberg Louis Quest, Jin Esluben Cheta, some hope, Uchina Celsius and Yetman, Pinchin Poch Dirch, El Inchka, Edlin, Kenelis, Hebes. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Malia Vanderberg. I am a descendant of Schuiti Simche, and like Mr. Morjo said, the youngest Salish speaker currently within the Beartracks family, but hopefully that changes soon. I don't have much to say today. I honestly struggled trying to find the words to describe a time that was so difficult for our people. But I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to see everybody that came out to support what is happening today. And I'm grateful that the people and the city of Missoula have taken the time to recognize the Salish people who are originally here and everything that we have gone through. For me today, it's not so much a day of celebration, but a time of remembrance, and a time to remember everything that my ancestors have gone through just to make sure that I am able to stand here today and I am able to learn my language and my culture and share it with everybody. So Hess, happy Indigenous Peoples Day, everybody.
While we're getting mics moved, I wanted to thank all the tribal council representatives that are also here today. I can see a few of them, Big Nat, Jimmy, Jennifer Finley, Terry Pitts. I'm sure the other ones are here in spirit if I can't see them. Raise your hand if you want to. Again, now Carol's here as well. I'm sorry. The next person we're introducing is Shirley Trahan. She is the Senior Language Consultant for the Salish Kalispel Culture Committee. She has dedicated her life to speaking the language and teaching it. I think I could be safe to say that she is a very proud mother of 7 children. 5 of them are veterans, so we could give our veterans a round of applause. She has also been part of Yaman's Suit, and she travels with them to sing as well. And she also was a teacher in the public schools as well. So she won't be up here, but she is back with the drums. So Shirley Trahan, thank you.
Shirley Trahan, Louis Quest, Chneselci Elson Yedelman. When spent utlat chnes be me Lucanu Welston, Luchel Castamert, Luchel Hutmus, and Luchel Cape Hot, as ya, Unech Lutel to see Lutel. Well, Stamel ta school So thank you, everybody. My name is Shirley Trahan. I'm from St. Ignatius. For many years, I've been teaching the language. My family spoke the language as I was growing up. I was the youngest, second to the youngest of 7 children. And everybody around me at that time spoke our language. And gradually they all passed on to another world. And there's just a very few of us now who can speak the language. I started teaching at St. Ignatius Public School. I taught there for 10 years, teaching the language, and then I moved on to the Culture Committee. We are now called the CSKT Culture Committee. I worked there for 21 years, and it's been a very rewarding job, and I'm glad to do it for the people, for my family. I'm very proud of my family for their knowledge. I'm proud of my veteran sons. And this day has been a long time coming. I remember when they first asked for an Indian name for Higgins Bridge. So we got together a few times and discussed it. And it was, somebody mentioned, well, we should name it after Squeaky Simcha. And all of us in the Elders Advisory Board agreed to do it. We wanted that for the name. So we discussed it and discussed it. We asked that they put Beartracks on the bridge somewhere. I think that there's Beartracks on the bridge. And we even have banners up on the lampposts or on the poles on the bridge of Squeaky Simcha and Beartracks. That's how much we respected him, his ways, we respect his family, his relatives. And so this is a very, very good thing we are doing. I noticed a lot of young people here, young children, young students, young indigenous students. Please do good for yourselves and for your tribe, for your families. Go on a good red road. Find it and stay on it, so you'll be there for your children and grandchildren. Stay on that road for their children and grandchildren. We want to keep our ways going, not to let it melt away like it has been doing. We're fighting hard to keep it alive. And I'm very proud of Malia for all her work in the language. She's doing a good job, a great job. So I'm just thankful for a nice warm day today. What better way could we be blessed than to have a nice warm day at such an event? Love to everybody for listening to me. I'm very grateful to be here amongst all the people, all my people, my friends, relatives. And I'm very proud to be singing with my drum group, the Yamansuit drum group, of which they're my relatives. And one of them is my son, my oldest one. The others are working, they couldn't make it. But we're very proud to be here, thank you. Lemlup Chpesia.
All right, well, thank you so much for those good words, Shirley. And, before we transition to our next speaker, I do want to make sure we remind everybody to register to vote and to vote in this upcoming election. So So there's people walking around with registration forms here today, so they'll be around. You can spot them, and we'd ask you to make sure you continue to participate in our democracy here. So the next speaker that I get to introduce here today is the tribal chairman, Tom Mcdonald. Tom's career really has been everything outdoors for most of his life. He's worked as an outdoor youth counselor, a raft guide, a ski patrolman, wildland fire helicopter foreman, a smoke jumper, fisheries researcher, hydrologist technician, and he was the wilderness manager and the manager of CSKT Division of Fish and Wildlife and Rec and Conservation before he came onto the tribal council. He's married and a proud father to 5 children and 5 grandchildren. So if you would, let's welcome Tribal Chairman Tom Mcdonald up here.
I'm Specia. When I talk loud, I'm a loud talker. So I want to thank Lucy and Francis and Leah, their words, Shirley. And I want to welcome all of you here today. What a great day. Indigenous People Day. You know, it's really a proud day for me. I didn't really have a speech prepared because I wanted to just see the people here and feel it because I've lived in this town. So many of us live here in Missoula. I lived in the Bitterroot, I lived in Hamilton. And so to be able to have something like this where we're bringing forward our cultural knowledge and interpretation, a sense of place from our tribes in the heart of our native country is really powerful. And so it's powerful for me to be able to share it with my father, with my wife, my grandkids, and my children today in being here. It really is. So when earlier on people were talking about leaders and leadership, so it would be unfortunate for me to not mention some of the folks that made this possible today, and those leaders that may not be with us anymore. Really important to be able to have those folks that are enlightened, that are bringing forward, movement to be inclusive, to recognize our native people in the landscape, and so having a mayor that Missoula had for such a long time, Mayor Ingham, is really something. I really want to say something. An event like today is not possible without people like him. And then on our side, we talk about our Salish Gillespie Cultural Committee. Our director, Tony Nkashola, was the same way. Leadership in those type of people that moves us forward as a society. It makes us stronger, it connects us. This event right here, we look at the river, right here on the river. It draws people together. It's our such a long time in history where that river has been used by our people for fishing, recreation, gathering, movement. So to have this dedication here, this bridge, having these interpretive signs here in this location in the heart of our country is very, very powerful. So some of those leaders that made this possible today, I want to go ahead and recognize them. And I would like to have them come forward. And the catalyst, I think, in some of this, of course, is within our own tribe, but the Missoula County Commissioners are really something. So if I could get Dave and Josh and Juanita up here, I really would like to recognize them and gift them.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are the other two? Somewhere in here. See him? Josh, you here? Somewhere? Juanita? Come forward, please. Come on up. Anyway, these are the type of leaders that make this possible. I just never envisioned that I'd be here today doing this and looking at these cultural signs, looking at this historic place and being able to do this in my lifetime. It is absolutely powerful and it's courageous. And I want to thank Dave. Dave, we have a blanket gift for you and we want to make sure that we recognize you for that. Thank you, Dave. gosh, but they're not here, they're hiding out. That's fine. Anyway, I want to thank all of you for being here today. And we need to do this more often. We have a large country. Kind of, you know, maybe the key to the city would be great. Just move on down the middle route. Have them all turn back to us. But this is the start, and it means a lot to our young people. This sense of place, having this, means so much. It's empowering to our people. So again, thank everybody. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Chairman Mcdonald. One thing that I didn't recognize was the school children that are here. So I wanted to thank Rodney Bird from Two Eagle for bringing a group of students down. I believe there's a group from Ronan High School, and I believe I did see an email from Missoula County Schools who were allowing students to participate in this if they would so choose, and so that was something that they did as well for this community, so greatly appreciated. Next up is Commissioner Strohmeyer. I met Dave when I first got on council about 2 years ago and knew nothing about him other than he was the guy that wore the hat in Missoula. As I've gotten to know him through the Big Sky Passenger Rail Authority and just our collaborations with the county, it's been an eye-opening experience. It's been a great collaboration with the tribes. A little bit about Dave, his wife. He and Gretchen have lived here since 1997, and he has served on the Board of Commissioners for the Missoula County since 2006. Sorry, the font's a little small and the glare is really bright. So with that, I think I'm just going to introduce him as one of our greatest allies in Missoula County. He has worked to get the interpretive signs out at Council Groves, the first ones on the interpretive path that will go along the river here, and then obviously this dedication that he spearheaded. And so I would be remiss to not thank him and all of his staff that have given up hours and hours of time to make this event happen, and everything behind the scenes that the county and the city have done to make this such a great event. So Commissioner Strohmeyer, thank you, and come on up.
Thanks, Martin. It's an honor being here today, and on behalf of Missoula County and the Missoula Board of County Commissioners, welcome. This is a good day in Missoula County, my friends. Places matter. The history of this valley and this place that we call home did not begin in the mid-19th century, my friends. The cultural landscape of this place stretches back into deep history, deep time, to the receding waters of glacial Lake Missoula. History endures. And today's event is at least a century overdue. It's only fitting that finally, in the year 2022, on Indigenous Peoples Day, we dedicate this bridge, Beartracks Bridge, recognizing this deep cultural landscape here in the Missoula Valley. This place is in sharp contrast to if you were to take a walk through downtown Missoula right now. What you would see would be the names of long dead U.S. presidents, the species of trees, and that's about it. Maybe a street or two named after 19th century white founders of Missoula, but no indication of this long and enduring history of this place. So today is about remembering, it's about reconciliation, it's about redemption, it's about renewal and hope and leaning into the future with that hope. There are many thanks to be given, and some of the folks who I would otherwise thank have already been mentioned, but I'll just say it again. A big thanks to the Vanderberg family for joining us today and the heritage that they bring with them to this place at this spot. To the CSKT Tribal Council, to the Salish Kalispe Culture Committee, to the many volunteers behind the scenes that worked tirelessly over months and literally years to make this event today a reality. To the sponsors who, there are banners around here that list the names of sponsors for this event. Look at those names, look at those logos, and give those sponsors thanks. And to one person who I want to call out from Missoula County, who was indispensable in the logistics of this event today, and that is our very own Emmy Bristow from our communications staff. If we could give it up for Emmy, it was a phenomenal effort. And it was mentioned earlier, there are those voices who played a role in bringing us to this event today who are no longer with us today. And chief among them, our good friend, my good friend, Tony Inkashola, whose fingerprints are all over what we are doing here today. Their voices, we should carry with us. And every time you cross this bridge and hear the moving waters of the Clark Fork River, remember those voices. Remember those names of folks who preceded us, who are the reason why we are here today. So places matter and place names matter. These are not just inconsequential things. Place names matter. They inform our history, where we come from. They inform our identity of who we are. And they inform us as far as moving into the future of who we want to be as a community. So thank you so much for joining us today. This is a good day in Missoula, Montana.
Well, thank you so much, Commissioner Strohmeyer. Our next speaker is just recently been appointed to serve as mayor for the city of Missoula. During formerly he served on the city council, including chair of the Public Works Committee, chair of the Transportation Policy Coordinating Committee, and chair of the Land Use Planning Committee. Also was the vice president of the council. He's been a champion of the city's zero waste and clean energy goals, expansion of the trail network, and conservation of lands and growth in the diversity of the city's transportation options. We are super excited to have Mayor Jordan Hess here today to continue the partnership with all of you and with the community and the CSKT. So please welcome up Mayor Jordan Hess.
Well, thank you, Senator, for the kind introduction. It's an honor and a privilege to welcome you here today on behalf of the city of Missoula, and to do so on Indigenous Peoples Day. The city of Missoula strives to be a place that is just, that is equitable, that is inclusive and diverse. And we do that, we strive to be a community where everyone is valued and welcomed and can have their physical and spiritual and mental and emotional and social needs met. So it is truly an honor to be here today. Today we are celebrating the opening of a really state-of-the-art transportation facility that will connect our community for decades to come. but we're also recognizing the checkered past of this transportation corridor. And we're honoring the Bitterroot Salish that were forcibly marched over this bridge or through this area 131 years ago. And it is a tremendous honor for me personally to be part of this celebration and part of this honoring and part of this remembrance. As Commissioner Strohmeyer and others have mentioned, this valley has long been a hub. It's been a hub of cultural activity. It's been a hub of trade, of commerce. It's been a hub of transportation. It's been a hub for thousands of years. And through our collective commitment to one another, through our collective commitment to being a welcoming community, a community that cares about one another, a community that lifts one another up, through that collective commitment, this will continue to be a hub of all of those things for generations to come. So thank you on behalf of the City of Missoula. Thank you for being here today. Thank you to everyone who had a hand in putting this event together. And I look forward to celebrating this facility in the years to come with all of you. Thanks.
All right, well, thank you, Mayor. And, you know, we couldn't do this, we couldn't build this great infrastructure without the support of our congressional delegation. And so today, we invited representatives from our congressional delegation, including Senator Tester's office, Senator Daines' office, and from the office of Governor Gianforte. And so the first individual I'd like to introduce and invite up here, grew up here in the local area, is a descendant of CSKT, Mr. Peter Matt, who's the Native American liaison for U.S. Senator John Tester.
Good afternoon, everyone, and you know it's afternoon because it's about 40 degrees hotter than it was 30 minutes ago. But I've got a brief message here to share on behalf of Senator Tester, who unfortunately could not be here today, but is sending his best regards. Hello, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of this dedication today. I want to thank the CSKT Tribal Council, members of the Salish Cleespay Culture Committee, the Missoula County Commissioners, and especially Dave Strohmeyer for your tireless efforts to get the Beartracks Bridge project across the finish line. Thanks to your work, Missoula County has been a leadership in the effort to rename local sites to honor the Salish and Kalispel people's rich culture and history. Naming places is an opportunity to celebrate and commemorate the people and history that have made our treasure state the place it is today. I'm honored to pay tribute to Sub-Chiefs Beartracks and Vanderberg, who demonstrated great bravery and incredible leadership during one of the darkest chapters in our nation's history. The Beartracks Bridge will ensure that their legacy lives on. So thank you again for inviting me and for all your hard work you've put into making this project a reality. Please know that my door is always open, and I thank you again.
I tried to reset these mics earlier because Martin's probably the tallest Salish tribal member we have. So it's kind of a tricky to try and reset these all the time. But you know, we're so grateful to have such great partners and support in our congressional delegation. And you know, Senator Tester has been there in our corner as well. And we'd like to invite up Sharon Parks Banda, Field Representative, Casework Liaison for U.S. Senator Steve Daines.
Hi, good afternoon. What a beautiful day we've got today. I've got a letter from Senator Daines. Dear friends, thank you for the opportunity to join you today as we gather for the dedication of the newly renamed Beartracks Bridge. I would like to say a special thanks to Missoula County Commission, the City of Missoula, the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes, and the Beartracks Vanderberg family. for your commitment to seeing this project through. The Beartracks Bridge will now proudly boast a name that serves as a reminder to us all of the very history and culture that led us to this day. Dating back over a century, the Beartracks Vanderberg family has laid deep roots within this community as they face profound hardships, yet they continued to forge a pathway for their people. Back in Washington, I was pleased to support grant funding for this project, which proved paramount in providing the finances necessary to make the Beartracks Bridge name for this extraordinary Missoula landmark a reality. This $17 million reconstruction project will now better serve the community as the primary gateway across the river and into the heart of the vibrant city of Missoula and forward. Folks will enjoy the ease of transportation by foot, bicycle, personal vehicle, and public transportation for generations to come. Thank you again for the invitation to join you all today to celebrate the shining example of successful cooperation amongst local, state, federal, and indigenous entities, which made way for the Beartracks Bridge to become a reality. It is an honor to serve as your United States Senator, and if I can ever be of assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out. God bless U.S. Senator Steve Daines. Thank you.
I'll be an expert AV tech by the end of this today, so thank you for bearing with me. Next, our representative from Governor Gianforte's office, Misty Cool. She is a member of the White Clay, she's a White Clay tribal member from the Fort Belknap Reservation. She is a first-generation college graduate. She earned her bachelor's in science and human services. She was a smart one. She was graduated cum laude, and she went to the University of Montana in Billings. And she and her office, as much as they've done a great job, and they've been good allies with our tribes. So, Misty Cool, thank you.
Wow, what a day. Thank you, Creator, for blessing us with such a beautiful day today. I am the Governor's Director of Indian Affairs. I was appointed a little over a year and a half ago, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with this tribe and this community. I dug pretty deep in the history of Beartracks and the heartbreaking journey that these people endured over a century ago. And when I think about this not only being a literal bridge, it's also a symbolic bridge that I hope is held as a standard for other neighboring communities. This is a bridge of hope. This is a bridge of healing. This is a bridge that is bringing together neighbors. And I'm extremely honored to be a part of this. On behalf of the Governor, thank you so much for letting us participate in today's ceremony. Thanks for sticking it out and not melting. And I hope everyone also is able to stick around later for the Pow Wow and see the amazing dancers that this community has. And once again, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, everyone. And for the sake of time and us not melting, as Misty said, I think I'm going to just go ahead and introduce our second to last speaker, Orlando Teller. We pronounce it Tillier, but you guys are okay, you can pronounce it that way. He works for the Department of Transportation. I met him a month ago on a Zoom call, and he's been a great ally for us. We had a kind of a conversation this morning about what we can do for electric vehicles and kind of being more environmentally friendly. And so really a great person to be here today, and we're looking forward to working with him in the future. So thank you, Orlando Teller.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's loud. Okay. Woke some up. It's a good day to be Indigenous today. And Indigenous at heart. Right? Oh, yeah. Na shea Orlando Teller ninja. Nash eja dene tachi nin front ho head lini bashes chin. Torachini da shedo shin da shinala ekot out denenshle. The Jonako, the Beartracks, the Holyegi, the Bahansen. Hello, my name is Orlando Teller, and I am your Deputy Assistant Secretary for Tribal Affairs. I was appointed to the Biden administration February of 2021, and I am honored to be here to celebrate a community asset and a dedication to the family, Madam Vanderberg and her sister. Such a wonderful day today. And I am nothing but so honored to be invited by David and the city mayor and the tribal leaders that reached out across to Washington, D.C. for us to be here, for myself to be here today. And as many of the speakers have spoke and shared with you the importance of today. In all honesty, if you really sit down and ponder today and what it means to dedicate a bridge to a leader of the past who's still living here amongst us, it is more than just a name. It is a way of life. It's a way of philosophy. Again, invigorating the partnership that today is bringing together. Take a look around. There are many faces here, smiles, colors, regalia. And this is what this bridge and this dedication has brought. A sense of togetherness, a sense of community. To thrive, and to live, and to join. And this is what this administration is all about. So with that, I sincerely thank the invite. Thank you for the family and the chief. Again, you hear again, visit, introduce yourselves, say hello to the families that are here. Have a wonderful day. Nana. Thank you.
The last speaker that I get to introduce is my father, Victor Charlo. He has been one of the greatest supporters I've ever had in my life, as well as my sisters and my kids and my sister's kids. He has come a long way in the last 20 years, where he had a major stroke, and he decided then that his new job was to be a grandfather. He is also a poet, a playwright. He has this big long bio that I'm trying to memorize, but I haven't yet. He's just my dad. He's a direct line to Chief Charlo. I recognize him as our hereditary chief, and we wanted to give him an opportunity to speak, and so please welcome Victor Charlo. Thank you.
I was going to do a long story. But I think we're getting a little tired. I think I'm just going to probably read a poem and call it good. How's that? All right. We've been here for a long time. Too long for me. Well, the person I'm talking about is Agnes Vanderberg. She was a good friend of mine. And one of the things that she liked to do is when she'd be sitting around and say, when things were going good, she'd say, "Pooch-shay," and then with her hand, she'd go, "Pooch-shay." See, that's how it was. She was a lady who always was a friend of mine, and I might have read this poem to a lot of people. It's called Agnes, and it's for Agnes Vanderberg, and I wrote it in 1979. We high ten here at Agency Creek and at Valley Creek, hard work that lets your mind go as you wait for the rest of your life. Soft hide, so soft wind blows like cloth, hair white with tide. She, Agnes, watches and lets us know in old Salish tongue the word for scraper that I remember now, so hard, so to the point. Why did I learn how to write? Why did I want to? Is it worth the loss of your world going away? Lamlets. Okay.
So next we will be unveiling the interpretive signs over there. If you are a speaker, we do have a guest gift for you. And just some kind of housekeeping with the procession. Everyone is welcome to walk with us across the bridge. Stephen Small Salmon and the Veteran Warrior Society will be leading us in front of the truck with the drum and the elders. And so really this is a community event as well as tribal. We'd like the Vanderbergs to be directly behind the elders, and then just people in regalia fall in, and please come over to the powwow and share the celebration with us as a community. So with that, I thank you everyone for being here. Uche.
I don't know. Well, for sure. Yeah, I'd be curious.
Yeah, mine's not good. I got my shadow.
Can I squeeze between you guys real quick?
AJ.
Quick.
Arnie.
AJ.
Arnie.
No, here, we'll both. Joey. Joey.
Okay.
Guys, take a picture.
Oh yeah, Vicente. Take a picture.
I was going to go to Oxford. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in. Is there an opening? Yeah. Get arrested to go back.
They have you wait for them, maybe up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a shout out for our third entry, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to remain standing. We will move right into our flex song brought to you by our Untitled drum group. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, we will remain standing. Yaman whenever you're ready, pick your way, flex song. flag song, the equivalent of national anthem in Indian country sung by many tribal nations across America. With that, we're going to ask a few words from our war dance chief and elders, Stephen Small Salmon.
Sometimes small powwows are better than big powwows. They used to call it celebration. Today, I was proud to be
Throw it out there. Yeah, I could take a lot
who were coming in. It really felt good. Made me happy to be amongst the Indian people. Really felt good. And the speakers, and the ones that put on this little celebration, I hope some of these days we could have another one here. Right here. Little top hour here. And introduce ourselves where we have some good feelings. People always wonder how come we go round and round and round when we're dancing. It purifies our bodies, makes us feel good to go around. We pray for the sick ones, we pray for everybody, little ones. That's what it's all about. It's to have celebration. You know, for myself, I didn't think I could dance all the way across that bridge. I guess I made it. I'm 83 years old, and I danced all the way across. Next time, maybe I'll swim across. That's just a joke, you know. But thank you very much. We've got concession stands here. And I think they're selling Indian fried bread. We don't know. They just told us to come here. Come here. We may have hamburger stands. They're really attractive, as we know. They just told us to come here. So anyway, I'm glad veterans are here, and veterans and elders and young people, and this is have fun. Let's just dance and have fun. If you got any questions, just ask the arena director. So that's what he's here for, you know. If he doesn't know, we're stuck. So thank you, all of you, and it was a nice time today. Nice time to get together. Bien especial.
Lam Stephen. With that, we're going to ask Chief Cliff for a victory song. Chief Cliff, whenever you're ready, take it away, victory song. Dance your style, dancers, dance your style. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our grand entry. We will be moving along here further into the celebration. We'll see what we figure out here. We'll have lots of good dancing and lots of good singing, ladies and gentlemen. Vendors are looking good, food's smelling good, and I hope you remember to shower today. Hey! Quick reminder, we do have a table set up over here on the north side of the tent for voter registration. Register to vote, ladies and gentlemen. We don't care who we vote for. We just want to get the word out there. Get over there and register if you haven't already. We have Jamie over there in her grizzwear waving around. Go see her and get signed up to vote. We're going to move right along here. We're going to move right along, ladies and gentlemen. Yaman Suit, are you guys ready? We'll move right into an intertribal here, ladies and gentlemen, with Yaman Suit whenever you're ready. Intertribal, ladies and gentlemen, anyone is welcome on the dance floor. Anybody is welcome on the dance floor. Regalia, no regalia, indigenous, non-indigenous, dogs. Hey, jokes. No, they couldn't Yaman Sue, whenever you're ready, take it away. Intertribal dancing. Anybody welcome on the dance floor, ladies and gentlemen. Intertribal dancing. Anybody is welcome on the dance floor. We're going to move right down the line here in our drum order, continue out with intertribal dancing. Enemy Hunter drum group, whenever you're ready, take it away, another intertribal. Cha. Right down along the drum line here, I believe we've got the defenders in the house. Defenders, whenever you're ready, intertribal, keep them going, dancers. Good job. keep going right down the line here, ladies and gentlemen, or Intertribal dancing. Chief Cliff, whenever you're ready, another Intertribal Hoka! Enthusiasm. Are you liking what you see, ladies and gentlemen? Holy smokes, they like it that much. I better see you out there on the dance floor too. Hey, jokes. No pressure, no pressure. Hey, we'll keep going with it, fellas. Yaman Suit, that's drum here in our lineup. Keep going, more intertribal dancing, excellent singing. keep them going. Let's keep them going down the drum line whenever you're ready here. Enemy hunter, keep them going. Intertribal dancing, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you're just joining us, intertribal dancing. Everyone is welcome on the floor. Everyone, regalia or no regalia, you are welcome to dance. Show us your style. song. We'll keep moving right down our drum order here. Whenever you're ready, the Defenders, take it away. One more Intertribal. The Defenders in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Hoocha! We're going to switch it up here a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to move into a little bit different style of dancing. Chief Cliff, we're going to ask for a round dance song. Whenever you're ready there, Chief Cliff, round dance. We got some lost regalia up here on the dance floor, ladies and gentlemen. If you lost a piece of regalia, come up to the stand. We'll see if we got it. Looks like we have a hair tie. Everybody is welcome to round dance, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody is welcome to round dance. Stand by, I'm a suit into the round dance. Hey, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? It's a good day to be indigenous. It's a good day to be people of Earth. Days. Yaman suit, whenever you're ready, feel free to take it away. Keep them going, round dance. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have extra chairs for elders. If you have an elder or you need an elder that needs seating, we do have extra chairs over here behind the announcer stand for elders only. For another round dance. singing helmet suit. Thank you for that round dance. Keep them going. Enemy Hunter. Keep them going around. Hey, you guys way in the back over there. Get out here on the dance floor. I see some people in the crowd really look like they're itching to get out there and shake somebody's hand. Well, you're in luck. It's like we got one more round dance here coming up from yours truly, the Defenders. Whenever you're ready there, boys, take it away, another round dance song. Everybody welcome to the dance floor. Everyone is welcome on the dance floor. exhibitioning after this round dance. All adult women 18 plus, 18 plus, adult women, you will be exhibitioning after this round dance song. Drum group, Chief Cliff, be on standby. Song there, defenders. Good singing, boys. All right, if we could clear the dance floor except for our adult women. Junior adults through golden age, so 18 plus. Adult women remaining on the dance floor, we will come to you for an exhibition song brought to you by Chief Cliff. So adult women, 18 plus, junior adults through golden age, report to the dance floor. Hey, I think we're just about there with our adult woman. Looks like AJ said we've got the go-ahead. Whenever you're ready there, Chief Cliff, take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, your adult women dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a textbook display of indigenous beauty. Give it up for your women's categories. ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies, I believe AJ's going to have you line up out there. Line up with AJ. I believe we got something for you. Stand by men's categories. Stand by men's categories. 18 plus, your junior adult men through golden age men. Stand by men's categories. Stand by men's categories. Yamatsuit, you will have that song for our men's exhibition. Second call here. Men's categories, make your way to the dance floor. Men's categories. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got the high sign from our arena director. Men's categories, take it away. Yaman Suit. Rock the house. Good time. I believe we do have a feather down here. Okay, gentlemen, let's clear the arena unless talked to by AJ. Let's clear the arena. Okay.
How you doing, man? Oh, Pedro! All tired. What a baby! Always fails.
My apologies, gentlemen. Looks like AJ's got you guys lined up here. Men's dancers will line you up, get you taken care of, and we'll move on. Alrighty. Are we good to go, AJ? We'll take a quick pause here. Make sure AJ's squared away. A little bit of quick education, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles, and more specifically eagle feathers, are of the utmost importance to our indigenous communities. So anytime one falls or is lost from regalia, we honor that. So we ask for this next portion to not film, to not record, or no pictures. Make your way to the dance floor. Team categories. Boys and girls, 13 to 17, make your way to the dance floor. One last call, your team categories. Teen girls and teen boys. Looks like we've got a lot of our teen girls out there. Do we have any more teen boys? Teen boys categories and teen girls. Make your way to the dance floor. Team categories and Danny James. All right, I think we're ready to go whenever you're ready here. Enemy Hunter, take it away for your team category. Hi-cha! Hey, your future championship dancers, right here, our team categories. categories. Stand by, junior categories in regalia. Stand by, junior categories in regalia, ages 6 to 12. So ages 6 to 12, stand by for our junior categories. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, giving up for your teen dancers, the future champions of Indian country. Hocha! All right, start making your way to the floor here. Our junior categories. Junior categories in regalia, ages 6 to 12. Teens, I believe AJ is going to get you lined up here. Stand by the defenders will be your drum group. Stand by defenders. Junior categories, ages 6 to 12. Make your way to the dance floor, boys and girls. Second call here, junior categories, make your way to the dance floor. All junior categories, boys and girls. Last call, junior categories, make your way to the dance floor. The defenders are about to rock the house here. Let's get it going with junior categories. We got the high side bar with the director here, defenders, whenever you're ready. Take it away. Hi, junior categories. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, your junior categories. I think we can do a little better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hold it real quick. On three, I want you to give these kids, these juniors, our future championship dancers, the loudest cheer you can muster. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's more like it.
Shake your head! Shake your head!
Alrighty, thank you, juniors. I believe we're going to move into a couple of specialty categories here. We'll get with our arena director. We'll see what we got going on. If you haven't already, feel free to go check out the food stands, ladies and gentlemen. Food's smelling good. Vendors are looking good here behind me. We got a lot going on here. Let's keep it going. Chief Flip. Everybody is welcome on the dance floor in your tribal dancing. Report to the Nazi stand. Head man dancer Rich Vanderberg, head woman dancer Malia Vanderberg, please report to the Nazi stand. Chief Cliff bringing them good songs today, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we've got the high sign here. Whenever you're ready there, Yamatsu, take it away. Prairie chicken dancing. Jingle dress dancers, all ages, juniors to golden age, make your way to the dance floor, your jingle dress dancers. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen, here. Whenever you're ready, Chief Cliff, take it away for your jingle dress dancers. Procession, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I think we're good to go. Thank you, ladies. Let's call on our women's traditional dancers. Women's traditional. Excuse me, all women's traditional dancers, juniors through golden age. All women's traditional dancers, juniors through golden age, make your way to the floor. Stand by, enemy hunter. One last call here. All of our women's and girls traditional dancers, make your way to the dance floor. We are ready to go whenever you're ready here, Enemy Hunter. Take it away for your women's and girls traditional dancers. Excellent dancing, ladies. Excellent dancing. Next on the agenda, we are going to be calling upon our men's and boys traditional dancers. Men's and boys traditional dancers, make your way to the dance floor. Stand by the defenders. Our current and future warriors, ladies and gentlemen, traditional dancers, we got the high side. Take it away, the defenders. dancers. Looking good out there, boys. We are going to move right into our women and girls fancy dancers. Women's and girls fancy dancers, make your way to the floor. First call, women's and girls fancy dancers. Stand by, Chief Cliff. We got the high side, let's take it away. Chief Cliff, women's and girls fancy dancers, here we go, hey cha! gentlemen, you will not see a better display of athleticism and indigenous beauty. Your girls and your women's fancy dancers. Second call here, all grass dancers, juniors through adults, make your way to the dance floor. All grass dancers.
Let's go, Cooper! Go, Zayden! He's all go! Did you just hear me? He said, let's go! He said, I'm ready. When Zayden's ready, it's time to go.
AJ says we're ready to go. Looks like the drum's ready. Dances are looking good. Take it away, Yamansu, your grass dancers.
AJ's job from there. Let's go!
Stand by, all boys and all men fancy dancers. Stand by, all men and boys fancy dancers. have a seat. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, let's call to the floor our fancy dancers. Boys fancy dancers, men's fancy dancers, make your way to the floor. Stand by the defenders. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the high sign. Whenever you're ready here, the defenders, take it away, your fancy dancers. Deserved a little better than that for these two dancers. Let's give them one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, your fancy dancers.
I think I've talked myself out today, but I had one more thing that I really wanted to do. Like I said up on the bridge, the Missoula County staff have been great as far as their help. Commissioner Strohmeyer, and then one staff member who's been excellent is Emmy Bristow. She has coordinated a lot of the things you can see, the road closures, the parking, this event, the stage, everything down to the minute details, and she made a really easy lift for the tribe and everyone else that participated in this event. So just as a token of our gratitude, we have a few gifts for her, and so if we could just give her a round of applause for all the hard work that she did. Thank you. And I was supposed to be the MC for this, so I'm really glad I didn't have to. So Kyle, thanks for stepping up real last minute and doing this, and AJ also. AJ, literally, I asked him up on the bridge if he would do this, and he stepped up and he's doing a great job. So give Kyle and AJ a round of applause also. And Kyle ran off, so I think he was trying to make me earn my lunch money. So Kyle, I'll turn it back over to him. Thank you, Kyle.
Talked out of my hours. Hey, you got jokes. It's a holiday. It's a holiday.
Oh yeah, see all the signs and see the Beartracks.
Hey man, I see a lot of people out there that look like they're really itching to get out there and show us your moves. Now's your chance. And if your moves are good enough, we might even have a little something for you. We don't have $1,000 gift cards like our voter registration does, but it's a little something. Chief Cliff. So hey, I don't want to see anybody anywhere except for on the dance floor. We're going to go into another quick round of intertribals, ladies and gentlemen. We'll call on Chief Cliff, intertribal dancing. Let's keep the powwow going. Chief Cliff, whenever you're ready, take it away. Intertribal dancing, everyone is welcome on the floor. Everyone is welcome.
We gotta go to Caras Park right now.
Okay, hey, here we go. You're listening to sounds like Chief Cliff. sounded good, looking good dancers. Last chance, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go with one more intertribal, one last intertribal. Stand by, Penny Hunter. And after that, I will leave you Paw Wow and Yamashoot for Home Sweet Home to wrap up our celebration. Stand by, Penny Hunter, intertribal. After that, stand by, Yamashoot for Home Sweet Home. Last call, ladies and gentlemen, last call. Intertribal dancing, stand by, Emmy Hunter. One quick announcement, ladies and gentlemen. The Sailors Country Staff Opportunities has a historical background pack for back here with a lot of good information about our people and about the significance of today, families, and a lot of good stuff, so go back there and get one. They got stacks and stacks of them. Back with a lot of good information, so go pick yourself all up. There's gift cards in here. Hey, there it goes. No gift card, I'll sign it. Not that it's worth it. Hey. Hey, let's get into one last straight interval. Let's go. Enemy Hunter, take it away. Stand by, Chieflet. Stand by, Chieflet. get out there, meet new people, shake hands, and enjoy life on this day. Stand by, Chief Cliff, for one last round dance. Stand by, Young and Sue will wrap things up with Home Sweet Home. Hey, here we go. One last round dance. Get out there, show us your moves, ladies and gentlemen. One last round dance. Singing, a lot of good dancing, and a lot of good people. Stand by, government suit, stand by, government suit. portion of our celebration. Stand by, young suit. We will sing One and Out for our Eagle staff and then move into our home sweet home.
Oh, really? Yeah, I bet. Okay, so then last one. Oh, what's it? Okay. I just put a proposal in and see if it passes. But once you vote, it's more complicated. Then I bring you to
celebration for today. Thank you for coming out and joining us on this day. We will move into one last song, Yaman Suit, for our home sweet home. puts a wrap on our event, ladies and gentlemen. Namna spesial tuku nas good kumi On behalf of the Confederated Sailors, Petristat, and Soccer Tribes, thank you for joining us on this day. May you have safe travels, and we wish you all the best. Thank you, everyone.